Welcome, everybody. We are going to go ahead and get started right now with today's webinar, Excavation and Septic Guide to Google Maps. So if you are an excavation or septic contractor, you're looking to sell your excavating or septic services using Google Maps, this is the ideal workshop for you. And we are live right now on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Zoom. Let me give some quick shouts to Dan, Jeremiah, Joe, John, Samuel. Thank you so much for joining. And people are starting to trickle in. And we'll give them just a moment, but I do want to go ahead and start right now on time because I know your time is valuable. So I am going to share my screen, which, by the way, guys, can you just someone type a 1 in chat? Make sure that you can hear me okay. Or there should be a QA button at the bottom. You might need to use that instead. On the bottom, you'll see Q&A. Just type a 1. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. And let's begin. So this right here is the Excavation and Septic Guide to Google Maps. And for those of you who have been following along, this is part of our digital dominance method for excavation and septic contractors. Every month, we've been going through the whole gambit of marketing and sales for excavating and septic contractors, from pay-per-click to SEO to paid online directories, social marketing. We've done sales training in the past, and we're going to continue to do this through the rest of the year. And my promise to you is by the end of this full webinar, you'll have a complete understanding of proven best practices, how to rank page 1 in the Google Maps, plus maximize your lead flow. And I'm going to show you how to do this for the ideal excavating and septic jobs that you want to do. There's been a lot of updates to the Google Maps, as I'm sure you know. So why am I doing this? I believe in reciprocity, and that is, you may not be looking to do business with us today, but you might in the future, or you might know someone who does. And in any case, we're giving you this free training, this workshop, showing you how to do tips and tricks to bring in high-value jobs with Google Maps. And that's it. So I need your attention, please. Turn off your cell phones, unless you're watching on a cell phone. Focus, close the door to your office, exit out of other browsers, and remove distractions. If you're an excavation or septic business owner and you're serious about getting better results with Google Maps, then the next 60 minutes will change your life. And here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to go over the latest updates with the Google Maps listing, and there's been quite a few. 5 of the biggest issues that we found that could be preventing you from ranking, and our proven model for ranking in the 3-pack. And we're going to show you the best tools to systematize and automate the heavy lifting of some of these things to bring in high-value leads using Google Maps. So who am I? Why should you listen to me? Well, I've been at this for 14 years now, specifically marketing outdoor contractor service-based businesses. In 2022, we formed Excavation Marketing Pros to only work with excavation and septic companies. I'm published author of Excavation and Septic Internet Marketing Profits, which, by the way, if you got the book, type a 1 in the Q&A if you've actually got that book. It's the ultimate guide to successfully market your excavation and septic services online for high quality calls. And we're also members of the Northern Utility Contractors Association. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Joe. And we've worked with hundreds of business owners since our start in 2008. There's some of our clients, previous clients. Here's one of our recent clients, Rockridge. That's him on the right, William. They've achieved over $432,000 in their sales bids into their pipeline, as well as 220 leads. Here's Kathy with Dyer. When she came to us, her Google Maps listing only had 3 reviews, 1 star. Now she's, that picture showing 44, but I believe she's actually in the 50s now, and business is rocking. And here's Penny Earned. They have over $1 million in their sales pipeline, and also 112 leads. And here's some leads from Dave's Elite Excavating. You can see where they're tagged in red there. GMB, GMB, GMB. That's Google My Business. And that's exactly what you guys are going to learn here today. It brings in high value leads and it's free. And you can do it too. And our mission is to triple the sales of 500 excavation and septic companies. So does Google Maps matter? Just type a 1 into chat if you think it does, a 2 if you think it doesn't. I know a lot of you are in different markets, and so I'm just curious to know, does Google Maps matter to you? Do you already get business from the Google Maps? I would love to hear from you. See here. Oops. I think my computer froze up. Hang tight. I'm working on it. Technical difficulty. Oh no. Can I get out of this? I'm locked up. That's how you know this is live, folks. Okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good. Cool. So you can see here, this is a Google Maps listing showing the 3-pack. And that gets 44% of all clicks, even above ads. And here is some calls. Your Google Maps, your Google My Business listing will actually track calls that came in through it. And so we can see 368 calls. These leads are free of charge and usually very well targeted. And if you notice, here's the keyword planner. This is a free tool that Google offers. And it shows lot clearing, brush clearing, trench digger. These are actual terms that people type in to Google to look for excavating services. These searchers are interested in excavation services and they do have to go somewhere. So that's how it works. So what if your business started showing up on page 1 of Google searches for when people are searching these keywords? What impact would that have on your bottom line? So yes, Google Maps definitely matters. And it drives calls and leads. So typically you can't rely on pay-per-click alone. Pay-per-click is nice for those of you that are using it. You know that you can turn it on, turn it off, and it brings in high-quality leads. But you know, the free stuff is great. It's just like the cherry on top. So what are the biggest changes? So Google Maps listings, they were reduced from 7 to 3 a while back. But you can click more to see additional excavation and septic companies. Google most recently is serving paid ads in the 3-pack. And we'll talk about that a little bit. So it actually becomes a 4-pack instead of a 3-pack. And Google local service ads are live in most markets. So I am going to touch on that a little bit. Even though this is going to be about Google Maps, I want to touch on that because we get asked about that a lot. And local service ads are guaranteed leads. And for that, you must complete an advanced verification process with Google. I'll just cover a little bit on that for those who are interested. So here's how the search results used to look. And today's results look like this. More than half the page is ads right up top. And the Google Maps 3-pack is right below there. And it shows, it may be kind of hard to see, but you can see it shows previous customer reviews with the star ratings, hours of operation, how many years the company has been in business, and a website link. So, I mean, for those who know nothing at all about your business, what better way can they get a peek inside than that section right there? And this right here that we're looking at, these 3 horizontal ads right up top, those are the local service ads. So you can see those appear above the text ads, which appear above the Google Maps location at the bottom there. And I'll just talk a little bit about the local service ads, how that works. It's not pay per click, as many people think. It's actually pay per lead. And it is guaranteed exclusive leads. It does not include specific categories right now for excavating contractors, but there is a backdoor way in, and you could siphon off targeted leads doing something like this. You could use tree services, foundation repairs, landscapers, junk removal, sewage system service. People searching for those would also be looking for something that you could probably do with your excavating equipment. And with these type of ads, people need to confirm that they are specifically interested in the services that you offer to become a lead. So for tree services category, I'll give you a quick example. This is for local service ads. Tree and stump removals is one. A lot of you guys do that. Brush clearing is another. Land clearing. And landscaper category could cover you for grading, retaining walls, dirt and gravel roads. Sewage system services could cover you for septic installs and drain fields. And so there's just one more little look so you guys know exactly where these things are, because they're actually different Google products. So local service ads are right up top. Then you have the Google text ads. Then you have the Google Maps 3-pack ad. And then you have the Google Maps 3-pack, which is the organic free listings. So that's them right there. And if you guys are interested in local service ads, that's the link right there. adwords.google.com/local services/sign up. The only other thing I'll say about that is you do need to have the qualified insurance and licensing. They will do a background check on that. So back to Google Maps. Who wants to see a major ranking hack right now? Go ahead and type a 1 into chat. Joe does. Jeremiah does. Fantastic. All right, you guys, let's do it. So see this right here? This is the Google Maps section, right? And you can see the search term says Site Prep Contractors Orlando. And Google, I highlighted in red. See how it says provides landscape site preparation? I circled that. And then right below it, there's a guy called Install Brick Pavers, and it says provides paving job site preparation. So how are they doing that? Like how are they actually getting their specific services to show up when someone types in something like site prep contractors in your area? Let's talk about it. Right here in your Google Maps listing, you have a section called Edit Services. You click that, and for instance, for excavating, it will give you a list of all the predetermined ones that it knows. Like you can see up there, it says land development, land grading, land leveling, leach fields, level and graded, lot clearing. These are all standard service categories for Google Maps that they let you enter. The other thing that you can do is enter in your own right there. So you see where I typed in landscape site preparation? That's where you add in your own categories. And you can use that free tool, that keyword planner that I showed you just a moment ago. You can look for other search terms and enter them in right here. And that's how you do that. Pretty cool, huh? So let's get back to it. For Google Maps, they are really pushing their newest ways to collect leads by using your Google My Business listing. And it's to your advantage to use these types of things, because if you do, they will give you extra credit and show you more, because they want people to use these features. So you can turn on GMB chat, it's called, or request a quote for your business. But GMB chat is pretty cool because you can automate some of the conversations. And I know a lot of you guys are out in the field and you don't have time necessarily to answer the phone. So you could do or to chat, right? You might miss their chat. So you can auto reply back things to them like, hey, give me your phone number. I'm a bit caught up right now. Or you could say, hey, here's my web quote form. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but here's my web quote form. And you can automate these conversations. And so while you're on the job, you can be collecting leads in this way or answer them. You can actually chat with them back and forth. And the cool thing is that this can actually have an SEO benefit, search engine optimization, as Google is trying to push this feature. And here's an example of what that looks like. So maybe some of you have seen this. Right there, there's a little chat button. And this is integrated with our app right here. So it shows a picture. But it will do it without the app. But you can see it says, welcome to Rockridge. How can I help you? And people will start actually chatting with you, requesting quotes right from this little tool right here. Pretty neat, huh? So here's another thing to note. Many of you, I'm sure, have been hit up by people offering to do reviews. And this has really run rampant. And Google says it has reduced fake Google reviews for maps listings by 70% since 2015. So the moral of the story here is if you ever purchased fake reviews, Google may have caught on to that, and that's why you're not ranking in the Google Maps. Okay, that can be a reason right there. So let's talk about some other things that could be hurting your rankings on the maps and things that you can do to fix it. First off, you really need an office in the city that you want to rank well in, or town, okay, on Google Maps. Now, you can use a home address and you can keep that hidden. But if you want to stay incognito, you can't use what are called citation sites for SEO. And we're going to cover that in a little bit. And that's because those require a public address. Now, some of you, I'm curious to know, are there any of you here that have not been able to get your Google Maps listing verified? Type in the chat if you have not been able to get it verified. Anyone? Let's see here. Okay, so you all got, it looks like all of you have gotten yours verified. Very good. But I will say that if anyone has had trouble with that, there is a document that you can get for free that we put together to help you get it verified. Very easy step-by-step process. So I'll let you know about that later. So the other reason is if you spammed Google with fake locations in the past. It was a very common thing to do something like excavation contractor in city. And that's really not the company name, right? It's just whatever the name is. But a lot of business owners were doing that, and it did rank in the past, but that actually has been caught on by Google, and they will remove the rankings now. The other thing is having an inconsistent name, address, and phone number profile among the major business directories. And I'll show you what we're talking about with that later. But basically, the idea is if your name is Bob's Excavation, and on Google, you have Bob's Excavation LLC, and on Facebook, you have Bob's Excavation Services. These different variations will actually affect your rankings on Google Maps. You want everything to be congruent, the exact same name, address, and phone number. And I'm actually going to show you how to do that on this webinar. And the other thing, last thing, did you spam your city or services in the company name or categories? So that could be another reason. Do you have enough reviews across the web and on major sites and social networks? That's another reason, is simply not having enough reviews. I'm sure many of you have noticed the trend that a lot of the top ranked Google Maps listings in your local area have high review ratings. So here's our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack. This seems to have the best results that we found. So I'll share it with you. What you're looking at on the left is a ton of different business directories and authority sites, such as Yelp, Angie's List. There's Super Pages on there. There's Bing. There's like 300, 400 different sites. This could also include Apple Siri, Alexa for voice search. Getting listed on all of those with the same name, address, phone number, website, having positive reviews on your different social profiles, on-page SEO, so on your website, specifically referencing the services that you're going after. It does crawl, Google does crawl your website to look at your services and make ranking factors in Google Maps based on that. Plus one more thing I'm going to get to. So let's talk quickly about how to claim and optimize your excavation or septic company's Google Business Profile listing in 2023. We're almost in 2024, but there hasn't been any other changes yet. And that is, first, make sure you have a login for your Google My Business account. You're going to need a Gmail or a Google Workspace email to do this. Update your company name to read as just your company name. Don't add any keywords in there. And be consistent with your business registration or legal DBA. So for instance, if you're a sole proprietor operating under Bob Jones, that's your business name. It's not Bob Jones Excavating Services. Okay, they will get you for that. And a lot of excavating contractors are operating as sole proprietors in that way. Here's a new one, okay? Maybe you guys have noticed now there is a social profiles link in your Google My Business listings. And you can add in there all kinds of stuff. Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram. Create those profiles. If you already have them, just link them in there. And a lot of you have reviews on these profiles, like Facebook. Those reviews will start to show through in the Google My Business listing. And that will help with rankings. Of course, add your website. This will create an important inbound link. And use a local address. No PO boxes or UPS stores. That just doesn't work anymore. It was nice when it did. About 10, 15 years ago, you could get away with that and just do PO box after PO box, but not anymore. List your hours of operation. and services offered. And upload photos, as many as possible. And I'm going to show you guys a little hack for that. But use personal photos, don't use stock photos. Now, this can be pictures of yourself, your team, pictures of your office, your equipment. So excavators, vehicle wrap trucks, your company logo, coupons, business cards. You can upload all of that. And when you go on a job, just take little snapshots and upload them to your Google My Business. They have an app. It's very easy to do. And people connect and resonate with people. So continuing to show you and your team, that will only help. And that will create leverage in your Google Maps listing. Now, here's the hack that I want to show you guys. All of you guys have a smartphone. And on your smartphone, you have a setting called location tags. And what location tags do is they will add geo coordinates to the images that you take a picture of. And when you upload those photos, Google will know precisely where you did that job. And so as you do jobs in other towns in cities that you serve, you want to make sure to upload those with location tags on, and that will help you to rank in those areas. Pretty cool, right? Now, here is a pro tip. When you're setting your category, you have some options here. And the cool thing about this is you can change these at will. A lot of people don't know that, but you can set a primary category to excavating contractor. And let's say, for instance, you also do concrete work, right? Which is really common. You could switch that sometimes, like depending on the season, you could switch that to concrete contractor for a little bit. You could switch it to demolition contractor as the primary contractor. And what that's going to do is force Google to show you more for those types of jobs because that's your primary category. And you can choose different subcategories too. Demolition, forestry service, landscaper. Look for any others that apply. And the other thing is, for those who have a website, match your website's homepage title to your primary category. So this is what I mean. If your primary category is set to excavating contractor, a lot of people set their webpage, their homepage title to like their company name, or they'll just have the word homepage. You would actually want to change that to your main service and the main city and county you want to serve. So like excavating contractor, Tampa, Florida, Hillsborough County, for example. That's an example, okay? But that's going to give you more bang for your buck than just putting home or just putting your company name, because people aren't actually looking for your company name. They're looking for the service you provide. And that's what brings you in the new leads. And there's an example right there. You can see how it does show the company's primary category right there. I circled it. And you can see here what I'm talking about with the homepage title. You can set that, or your web designer can set that for you very easily. Just make sure they match. That's it. And on the left, I want to show you some other cool tricks. You can add all the towns and cities you served right there. It says service area. You can add them right there. And you can toy with this. You can add in cities and towns specifically, or in some areas you can add in counties. So I would test it. I would do like 1 month of adding in all your cities and towns and see how that goes. And then the next month, try just adding in your counties and see if it shows better. And then on the right, you have your services category, where you can add all your services right there. And Google will pre-populate a lot of these. So you don't need to necessarily think of all of them yourself. They will pre-populate for you. The other cool thing, let me go back here because I don't think I took a photo of this or a screenshot. Google has something new called AI descriptions. It uses artificial intelligence to talk about your business and create a business description. I really wish I would have put this in here now that I think about it. But basically what you can do is you can type in your company name and you can then list your services, your core money-making services, and your counties in the description box. And you can put AI description. That's a button. You can push it and it will create a very good description for your business. And the reason why I like this myself is because it's generated by Google. And if they're generating something about you based specifically on the services and the areas you want to serve, then that tells me we're on the right page with Google, that we're on the same page. So that would be my recommendation, is to use that tool. And the other pro tip is this free keyword planner tool right here. Okay. And how do you get this tool? You sign up for a Google Ads account, which you can do. You will need to add a credit card. And they have on the top right corner there, you see that little wrench. It says tools and settings. You click that and there you go. You can just start typing in the different excavating services you offer, and it will literally give you hundreds of variations of exactly how people look for your jobs, the work you do. And you can choose all the ones that apply to you. And you can even see the search volume. Like right there, that one you can see is set to United States, but you can literally change that to your counties and see how people search in your area. So that's pretty powerful, right? And there's actually hundreds of ways people search for excavation, demolition, and septic installs. You'd be surprised. So just look and add the relevant ones to your Google My Business profile. Now, this is a very advanced hack that I want to show you. And when I say hack, like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm talking about some black hat trick or anything. This is just best practice as of 2023 right now by top search engine optimizers in the world. And this is called Google Rich Snippets. Now you see here, it's detecting 47 items, valid items. It's got local business, it's got review snippets, videos, and so on. And what this does is it goes well above and beyond the content on your website. Way beyond the content on your website. This is actually hard-coded Google code that can be added to what's called your tag manager for your site. And it tells Google exactly what you do, your exact services, your exact service area, everything, your NAICS contractor codes, your license, everything. So you don't need to necessarily rely on Google to crawl your website and guess what you do, because we've seen a lot of excavating and septic business websites, they don't have a lot of content. And this is a tool that you could use, Google Rich Snippets, to tell Google exactly what you do. So hopefully that makes sense without getting too technical. Here's a quick, let's see what this one is. Google Rich Snippets. Well, this is just a little idea about what it is. It's easy to find structured data that Googlebot looks for about local businesses. Google looks for this code on your website and makes decisions how to rank you for local search. And you can add your NAICS contractor code, business license, services, video, logo, and other more credible things in the eyes of Google. The advantage is that you don't need to count on content for how Google decides to categorize and rank you. You can explicitly tell Google, and it has become considered a best practice by top SEOs in 2023. And here's just a little look. I'm gonna nerd out on you right now. You ready? Boom, there you go. That bit of code is a little sample of what that looks like. We've got a latitude and longitude, which is going to be where your business is located. And you've got some images there, and you've got some offers of your services: site preparation, land clearing, brush clearing, excavation. And so that's it. It goes a lot longer than that, but that's a little bit of what you can see. And by the way, you'll notice that like the offers, again, they match that keyword planner right there. I know I'm getting real deep on you right now, right? But you can see that the offers match the exact words people are typing from Google's keyword planner. I'm giving away so many secrets, right? And what's cool about the images is see how on the right you have the search engine results that show the images. Those are coded right there in the Google Rich snippet. That's how that works, guys. And if you want to see if your current website is using Google Rich snippets, there's the link to do it. Go to search.google.com/test/rich-results. So if anyone wants to write that down, you can go ahead and do that. This helps you to rank on Google. This is a major factor right now. And for instance, there's a website right there. You can see it says no items detected. So that particular website is not ranking well. So little or no Google Rich snippets might be one reason why you're not ranking in the Google Maps or in the organic section either. So here is some Google Business Profile best practices. Update your photos and add to them on a regular basis. How long does it take you guys on a site visit when you're on the job to snap some photos and upload them? Just seconds, right? Leverage Google Posts. Weekly, you can do a post. You don't need to do really anything more than that, but weekly, you can send a little post on your Google My Business. And for a major boost, you can also post on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Now, when you guys do get reviews, another good thing to do is to respond to them as the owner, good or bad. At least respond to it. And answer questions that get posted to your GMB, your Google My Business listing. You guys might have people asking questions on your Google My Business listing that you didn't even know were there, and they never got answered. That's very common. So you should check your Google My Business listing to see if there's any questions for you there. You can also build citations and consistency with NAP, your name, address, phone number. This will help your Google My Business to rank. Lots of citations across the web is a good thing. These are other third-party authority sites pointing to you, saying that you're legit, that yes, this is the correct name, address, and phone number of this company. And so if you have a bunch of these sites all saying the same thing, that tells Google, yep, they're more legit than this other guy. But you do want to make sure to limit duplicate or incorrect business information, so you can actually correct these things online. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment. Pay attention to aggregators. So these ones right here, Factual, Axiom, Infogroup, Newstar, they're the biggest, and they will actually distribute your business to over 300 different online search sites. You can do it all in one shot and get it done quickly. And here's some tools that you can use that will do this for you, okay? Bright Local, White Spark, Advice Local, Moz Local. They will get you on all these sites and fix your citation listings. We like Yext. We also like Bright Local, both of those, but the other ones are good too. So you got options. So you want to fix sites with misinformation. Here's an example. This is a report we ran on a company, and they had 100% inaccurate listings. 100%. So that means either the name was wrong on multiple sites, the address was wrong on multiple sites, or the phone number was wrong, or it just never even existed to begin with. So you want to look at that. And you can see some of the big sites there. I know it's tiny, but like Yahoo, Bing, Facebook, Yelp, MapQuest, City Search, Merchant Circle. Some of these actually, just by being on them, you do get free traffic and leads too. Like Yelp. Yelp still gets leads, believe it or not. People go to Yelp to look for local excavating and septic services. If you'd like us to run a free citation consistency and accuracy check report, we can do that for you free of charge. You can just text citation, CITATION, to that number there, 1-866-723-5221. Or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/citation. And you'll come to a page that looks like this. You click that red button there, get free citations check. Just enter in your business information and we'll run the report for you. So the best practice on this, claim and optimize your Google My Business profile. More often than not, guys, our clients don't even have ownership of their Google My Business profile. That's risky business. You should have ownership over your online assets. That includes your Google My Business, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok. Though someday when you go to sell the business, many of you want to set yourself up to sell the business. Those are online assets to anyone investing in your company. They're going to want those things because they help generate revenue. So you should own it. Use a tool like Yext for direct API to 50 of the top citation listings. And you actually get much more than that with them through the data aggregator. It's in the hundreds. And you can leverage a tool like Bright Local Citation Finder, WhiteSpark, or LoganX to find niche listing opportunities for excavating and septic. Here's an example for excavation of some top citation sites that work well for SEO to help rank your website. You see Networks, Contractors.com, Fixer, BuildZoom, HomeBlue. Those are just a few. And again, if you want a free citation report on your business, just text the word citation, CITATION, to 866-723-5221, and it will reply back with a link. That link right there that you see below, actually. It'll reply back to excavationmarketingpros.com/citation. You click on that and you can fill out a quick form and we'll run the report. Number 3 of the most importance for ranking your Google My Business listing, it's the reviews. Real reviews. One of the most powerful tools, in fact, for generating new income for your business with high value clients is going to be your reviews. So we can see here, these companies have 50 reviews, Plateau, then J.E. Dunn has 26, then Zenon has 6. So you can definitely see a trend there, right? You guys can see that in most markets, we're seeing something similar like this. So your strategy for driving consistent reviews, let's talk about how you're going to do that. You can leverage tools to request a review after every service call, and you can also leave a printed review card that has a QR code link to your Google My Business listing. And you can train your team to plant that seed and deliver a world-class experience. And you can make a call after the service to walk them through the review process. And the way we do it, I'll show you in a moment, is just with the click of a button. But building reviews and recognition into your company's culture, it only helps to hire more high quality people, because everyone wants to work for the best. They want to work for a good company. And so if they see that you're taking care of your clients, you're doing a good job, they're going to want to come work for you. So here's how we do it. You'll see here this contact record. And this is an app that our clients use. And right there is a star. Basically, you just click the star and it texts the customer a link straight to leave a review on your Google My Business listing. It's that simple. One click of a button. Anyone can do that. Some other top tools for review automation are these. There's Nearby Now Home Services, Review Buzz, Bird Eye, Customer Lobby. Those are a few that you might want to look into as well. Let's talk about on-site optimization. So a strong website with good content and a good user experience is going to go a long way to helping you rank in the Google Maps as well as the search engines. Be thinking of like questions that people would ask about your services. Examples of that could be something like, what licensing are you going to need to pull permits for my job? That can be one. How soon are you going to be able to start on my job? Content like that works really well, because Google wants to answer people's questions. That's what they want to do. That's the whole purpose of Google. People are searching for stuff and they want to give them an answer. Leverage multimedia. So that's your videos. Drone footage is really hot, you guys. Drone footage works great for excavating. If you're in septic, get some video of septic installs. Get some video of doing an inspection. Create a page for each of your services. That seems to work best. So if you're in excavating, instead of just having a services page and listing your services, actually create a page for each service. So you might have something like lot clearing, land clearing, demolition, septic installation, concrete flat work, bush hogging, brush clearing, forestry mulching. You get the idea. That's going to give you more power on the search engines than just listing your services. And then create pages for each major city that you serve. So excavating company near whatever city, excavation company near city number 2. Do the same thing with your counties. I'm telling you, this stuff works. And you want to use unique content on every page. Frequently asked questions you get all the time is a great source of content. Put your keyword in the page title and H1 tag. I know I'm getting a little technical there. I know I am. But page title is what appears in the search engines. And H1, that's a heading tag. Name, address, phone number in the footer. You want to make sure that if you're publicly showing your address, you have that on the website on all pages, so you can put it in the footer. That's the bottom of the website, so you know. Having a blog with ongoing updates and syndicating those is another great way to rank. Focus on page speed for desktop and mobile. And have meta descriptions. Those are the little descriptions that you see when you Google something and it tells you what the web page is about. That's a meta description. Make sure that that has the keyword of the service you want to sell. So an example would be something like, if I want to sell land clearing, top rated land clearing company in Tampa. Avoid costly mistakes. Click for free guide. Fast quotes by text. You really want to sell the click. So the keyword there is land clearing company in Tampa. How we sell the click is we could do free guide, fast quote by text. You could do something like get our discounted bundle package, get fast quote, something like that. Okay. So just to sum it up, the end result for our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack, it looks like this. Get listed your business name, address, phone number on all the major authority sites, that they all have the same information about your business across the board. Get reviews. Get a system in place where you're getting reviews after every single job. On-page SEO. So make sure your website, that it's reflecting what you do, that it's having the right keywords. And then sell the click. Let's talk about off-page things that you can do. Claim and optimize your Google My Business listing. Get lots of citations across the web. Build up your online reviews. There's the tools you can use. Nearby Now, Bird Eye, Review Buzz, Customer Lobby, Podium. Build authoritative links back to your website from other websites. You can be strategic with your content syndication. That's your blogs. That's posting videos and images. And typically a simple blog post just won't do it anymore. There's a new approach, a new excavation authority signal generation approach is what we call it. And it involves a cutting-edge content distribution platform for developing local excavation companies' authority signals using EAT, that's an acronym, to achieve superior search visibility. So what is EAT? It satisfies Google's search algorithms' hunger to eat. Basically, EAT stands for expertise. So quality, structured, and media-rich content, authority, published regularly on all major business directories and social networks, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. In other words, you don't just have a website. You don't just have a Google My Business listing. You're everywhere. You're an authority in your market. Trust, that you pass trust and page rank with link signals. So on these other sites that you're listed, you have a backlink from them, like Yelp, for instance, to your website. That's a trust link. Here is the SEO periodic table. Now I'm getting real deep. We're going down that rabbit hole. I promised I wouldn't take you. I'm taking you. Here you go. Content, we have quality, research, keywords, freshness, using multimedia, answering questions. The depth of the content, is it just 300 words or do we have 1,000 words on the page? Crawl, mobile, duplicate content, speed. I'm not going to go through all of these, but when we put together an SEO strategy for our clients, this is what it looks like. So page quality rating, this is one of the most important factors. Here are the most important factors to consider when selecting overall page quality rating. The purpose of the page, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, and main content quality and amount. 250 words isn't enough anymore. We recommend 800 to 1,000 words per page to rank in Google. Okay. And Google rich snippets should appear on every single page of your website. And use your local contractor NAICS codes. If you don't know, ask me. Special local SEO ranking factors. Google uses a different algorithm for local searches, which places importance on three important ranking categories and their supporting signals. So the first is proximity, and that's going to be how close is the place of the business for the person searching. I know that many of you would be willing to go out as far as 50 miles for a really high value job. Some of them you would even go 100 miles. And it would be really nice if your Google 3-pack would go out that far, but it won't. And that's where the ads come in, that you can actually run ads to the Google Maps section so you can hit all those areas and be in the 3-pack everywhere. Use zip codes and geo coordinates in your content. That helps too. And the rest you really can't control, like I said. So that's where ads are a major play to get a manageable cost per lead. Relevance. How relevant is the search term for your business? So optimize content on page signals, use of business categories in content, and section headings, niche citations, review velocity, and so on. So like if you want more demolition jobs, for instance, you're willing to take those, but the website, none of your pages reflect that, you're not going to get those jobs. At least not from people searching online. Prominence. What is the authority of the local business? So we talked about EAT, brand mentions, link signals, the number of reviews you have versus your competition. And using syndication will dramatically improve the prominence of the entity and author over 3 to 6 months. So this type of thing does not happen overnight. But by using this strategy, you're looking at 3 to 6 months to really gain prominence. So this is just a quick look at on-page SEO, how to set it up. So pages for each service and main cities. Optimize your page titles, your heading tags, your URLs. That's like bobsexcavation.com/excavation company near Hillsborough County. That would be the whole link that appears in the search engine. Images, etc. You can rename images for keywords. Unique content for all pages. Another thing we see that just doesn't work anymore is having the same boilerplate content on all pages. So it's got to be unique content. For your Google My Business, claim and optimize it. Add to Yext or some other citation management platform. Add it to the major data aggregators. And by doing that, you'll also appear in voice search too, which you guys, I'm sure, are already using. Put systems in place for driving new online reviews. And add new citations on an ongoing basis. Your ongoing content can be pretty simple. Just do a blog post, do some social posts to the major networks once a week. Signals leveraged, expertise, authority, and trust, multiple do follow links back to the client's website, Google My Business listing, and internal pages on the client's site. And all that is done by Yext, by the way. You can add in your website and everything there and have links pointing back to your site. Multiple map embeds, fresh content on the client's site. So if you're not ranking on page 1 in Google, could it be one or more of these things I've shown you today? Type in the chat. Give me a 1 if you think it could be one or more of these things. Samuel says, I have not, but I tried. Jeremiah, I had that problem in the past. Jeremiah saying a 1. Yeah. So it's not a silver bullet, right? I think some of you see that there's multiple things that can be done to fix the rankings. But if you look at it as a checklist, at least now you know what to do and what's possible, hopefully. We do offer a free excavation accelerator session. It's a call. And we're going to go over analysis of online visibility, custom keyword list of most important search terms for the jobs you want, ranking report showing where you currently rank, analysis of online directory listings and consistency, analysis of online reviews and reputation, an analysis of your social presence, analysis of your website conversion effectiveness too. And if you would like to take advantage of that call, text schedule, SCHEDULE, to 727-732-3244, or just go to excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule. Either way. So if you want more Google Maps resources and step-by-step links, text GMAPS to 727-732-3244, or visit excavationmarketingpros.com/GMAPS. Okay. And you'll also get our Google Maps verification for excavation and septic as well. That's a step-by-step guide. Sounds like most of you guys today are already verified on Google Maps, but if you have a friend who is not, give that to them. It'll really help them out. So takeaways, what did you learn? What did you notice? What would you like to share? Go ahead and type in the chat. Love to hear from you. Or Q&A, sorry, chat's not working, Q&A. Joe DeCristo says 12. Sam, I think all the above. It was very good information. You're welcome, Jeremiah. Samuel says, I have a lot to do. Well, is there any other specific questions or concerns? If so, go ahead and type in the Q&A. I'll try to answer them for you here. It's already been an hour, so I'm going to try to respect everyone's time. But if there's any last minute question, you can go ahead and ask it, and I'll try and help you out. You're welcome, Joe. Nope. Oh, maybe we do have a question. Let's see. Thanks for your time. You're welcome, Adam. Thanks for joining. Absolutely. Thanks, Joe. All right, guys. Jeremiah, yes, you asked, I'm sure these are services you provide assistance with. Absolutely. You can go to our website, excavationmarketingpros.com, and you will see a link or a page that says book call. You can just click on that and schedule a call, and we can give you a full strategy session and all that. All right. Okay, guys. Well, with that said, we might as well bring this call to a close. And I do thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will go ahead and end the call then. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Bye.